Aloha, beautiful souls. Welcome to A Better World with Adrian. Welcome to a Friday Fighter podcast where I am channeling all on the August 2024 astrology. So, Friday Fire is the blast of codes where I just give you a tangible tool, mindset shift, healing, something that you can take and run with in your life, and something that I use in my ability to create a better world for myself, for my clients, for the whole collective is astrology. And as we move through 2024, the astrology just keeps getting more intense, keeps ratcheting up. It's like every single time we meet a new edge, every single time we shift timelines, every single time we're like, okay, wow, Spirit's like, I have more for you. I have more for you. I have more for you. And it's going to continue this way till 2027. And I really felt and have really enjoyed, and you all have really gotten a lot out of my monthly astrology downloads. And so I think last month in July 2024, it was only on YouTube. And I'm going to do the August one on YouTube and the podcast because that just feels good to me. That feels correct to me. And it's a really big month. So this is Friday Fire because this is a fiery blast of codes that is going to support your soul's evolution, the healing of our planet. Astrology is a sacred science. Astrology is a wisdom tradition that spans all of time. Like, the ancient rulers had astrologers. Before we had maps, we looked at the stars to know which way to go. Like people went to the medicine women that were tuned into the rhythm of earth and stars to make decisions for the tribe. And so we're really tapping into this ancient code of conduct and way of life that is astrology is a way to tap into the source that holds us all together. So when we think about one of my recent episodes, which is like how to open your oracle and trust your spiritual gifts, astrology is a really big part of it for me, for opening my oracle. And astrology is the way that spirit speaks to us. So spirit speaks to us through the astrology, through the collective transits, and your unique natal chart, which is the moment your soul chose to take your first breath in this lifetime. That is your soul speaking to you. Your sun placement, your Venus placement, your Jupiter placement, the fact that you might have, a planet in retrograde in your natal chart. All of that is speaking to exactly what you can do with each energy in this lifetime. It's your how-to guide, right? So all of this to say, this is this Friday Fire. This is why it matters. And August 2024 is time for you to lead. It's time for you to lead, and it's time for you to buckle up in your ability to move through tenacity to create blessings. Move through adversity to create blessings, okay? So in my last download on astrology, there was the Mars-Uranus conjunction in Taurus. And I said in my download, I said, hey, this is the similar astrology to the insurrection at the Capitol of the United States back in 2021. I said it's very volatile energy. I said, hey, all of these things could happen. What happened? There was an attempted assassination of Donald Trump. And then what happened in the weeks after that? Airports around the globe were shut because there was all this tech glitches, right? Uranus and Taurus. So astrology is real. And this is about awareness and this is about power, and you always have free will, right? So I'm going to jam on this month. I'm going to share my downloads. I'm going to talk about it in the collective sense. And there is a lot coming in August 2024 in terms of how I'm going to be teaching astrology, how I'm going to be sharing astrology, the ways that you can level up even deeper with me in astrology beyond information and into implementation, into integration, into living it. So if you are interested in any of this, the links to everything is going to be in the show notes. Okay. And Yeah, let's jam. Let's jam on the astrology of 2024. So it's time to lead. It's time to grab your grit, move through adversity, and make blessings as a direct result. So I first want to set the stage. We start August 2024. We just had all of that volatility with Uranus, Mars conjunction in Taurus, the attempted assassination of Donald Trump. You know, the Olympics are starting. That's very Mars energy, right? And so Mars is now in Gemini. And to start out the month, we start the month with a Venus-Uranus square. Venus, the planet of love, beauty, art, and money, is squaring Uranus, the planet of shock, upheaval, change, and revolution. So to me, this is the liberation of the feminine. It's the shocking upheaval and revolution of the feminine, of the goddess, of the priestess, okay? I'm going to be leading something very, very, very exciting in August for this. So the link to that is going to be in the show notes. I don't have all the details as I'm recording this episode, and just know that all of the information will be in the show notes. If you want to always know what's going on in my community, first and foremost, go subscribe to my email list in the show notes as well. That's how you're going to get the tea on everything, first dibs on everything. So we begin the month with Uranus squaring Venus in Leo, okay? And it's the feminine leader, right? Venus in Leo is the feminine leader, okay? Then this whole month is painted with Mercury retrograde in Virgo and Leo. So this whole month has a very reflective vibe to it. Retrogrades are a second chance from spirit. A retrograde is time to redo, refine, realign, reflect, redirect. It's all the re words. Retrogrades are a second chance from spirit. Spirit's like, you missed a spot. You need to focus on this part of life. This is very important. It's not a time to rush. It's a time to double and triple check things, okay? Mercury rules technology. You know, having tech mishaps is very common. Power outages, like miscommunications, like you send a text and it never went through, like follow up with that person. And in Virgo, Virgo is the priestess. Mercury in Virgo is exalted. Virgo in its low unhealed expression is perfectionism. In its highest expression, it's excellence, it's devotion. It is literally, I am going to be the pinnacle expression of my artistry, of my craft, because it's the right thing to do, and because it's my reverence for the sacred channel that is my art, that is my life. Like, I came here to be the best I can be. That's Virgo, right? You know, I love Virgo. Mercury in Virgo is actually my natal placement. Mercury, that's funny. Mercury in Virgo, trying to say at the same time, comes out Mercury, which also spells victory, right? My natal Venus and my natal Mercury are both retrograde in Virgo. Virgo is the priestess. Virgo is daily health, wellness, all right? Virgo is, it's just that devotion energy, and it's your path of service. So it's a time to review all of this and be, you know, double checking, triple checking your communication. So from August 4th to August 28th, Mercury will be retrograde. So the whole month is this like reflective vibe. It's like you're going to redo things. You're going to get a chance to do things over. You're going to get a second swipe at things. It's not time to rush. It's time to be in deep discernment, because Virgo rules discernment. Okay. And with Jupiter and Gemini in the collective right now, Jupiter, the planet of luck, abundance, expansion, and opportunity, Jupiter expands everything it touches. In Gemini, this is causing a lot of fake news, misinformation, okay, oppressive media, toxic fear mongering. If you think forces of darkness don't know astrology, think again. Think again. So you must be deeply discerning. Virgo rules discernment. Mercury retrograde in Virgo is going to give you the discernment to deal with the fuckery that is Jupiter in Gemini, with all this fake news, with all this spreading of misinformation, with all this gossip, right? I was having this major download about like the difference between people that talk about other people and people that talk about ideas. And to me, that is the pinnacle pivot point between healed and unhealed Gemini energy. Unhealed Gemini energy is gossip. Okay? Healed Gemini energy is ideas. So being aware of that. Okay, so that's setting the stage for August. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 major things happening that I want to share with you. There's way more than 5 things happening in August, which is why I'm doing a lot in August in terms of astrology. This is why you want to be on my email list. This is why you want to be in my world. So go to the show notes and check everything out. The new moon in Leo is happening on Monday, August 4th at 12 degrees Leo. So as I speak about everything, I'm going to speak into it in terms of the collective. Now, if you want to know how this is impacting you specifically, you can go to your unique natal chart, find these degrees and these signs, see what house it impacts. I have an intro to reading your natal chart course that I will link in the show notes. And if you really want to go deep, work with me one-on-one, of course. But I'm really going to be speaking into the collective energy and just channeling on this because this is what I do. This is my special sauce. This is how I help people the most. This is how I help myself the most. And when I start these recordings, like I literally don't know what I'm going to say because my only channel in human design is the 2343 or 4323, the channel of structuring. So my genius is very connected to Virgo as well. Virgo rules digestion and metabolizing, like my ability to break things down into digestible pieces for you to understand and implement in your life, right? So I basically speak in quantum leaps, but I don't realize I'm doing it because it's unconscious to me. It goes from my ajna to my throat. So that's the way I'm transmitting this, like I do with all of my podcasts, but I just feel a brand new energy in terms of astrology right now. I'm really, really fucking excited about it. So the new moon in Leo is happening at 12 degrees Leo on August 4th. A new moon is a new beginning. It's a fresh slate. It's a blank canvas. It's a chance to start again. All right. So the moments leading up to the new moon or the dark moon, it's time to let go. It's time to compost things. It's time to be in the void, release, cry, let it go, clean house, purge, and then you plant your new seeds on the new moon in Leo. Okay. So it's happening at 12 degrees Leo. Leo is the divine child. Leo is the ruler of the zodiac. It is royalty. It is the queen. It is the king. It is ruled by the sun. It is the lion. It is unapologetic self-expression. It rules the heart and the back because you must have a strong back to hold up a wild, soft, courageous Leo heart. Leo is fixed fire. It's the fire and the passion and the joy and the inner child and the creativity and the artistry. Leo is the performer. It's all about being seen. Leo rules I am. And so this is a new beginning for you in how you lead and how you are willing to be seen and how you speak and how you shine your light. So many of my clients, so many people in my community, so many people, so many women especially who've been burned in past lives for being in their full power. This is a new beginning for you to lead in your full Leo power. And guess what? As soon as I said that, my ring light started flashing. I love that. I love that. It's a new beginning in how you shine your light on Monday, August 4th. It's big, it's bold, it's audacious. Don't hold back. Roar, Do not block your own throat chakra. Roar from love and generosity and warmth and delight in your inner child. Okay, then on the August 14th, which is my birthday, we enter a week that is very volatile. We enter a week that is very hot to the touch. We enter a week where there are count them, three very intense aspects that are very key moments in the whole astrological arch of 2024. So kind of like the Mars-Uranus conjunction in Taurus was like a big fucking deal in July. And we're going to look back on that for years, decades. The middle of August is like that, but like triple. So let's dive into it, shall we? On August 14th, my birthday, my solar return, Mars, the planet of action, passion, war, and aggression, is conjuncting Jupiter, the planet of luck, abundance, expansion, and opportunity in Gemini. Okay, so something to be really aware of is there's a specific spot in Gemini that's going to be hit 3 times in a row that week. And it's at 16 and 17 degrees Gemini. So it's going to be hitting the whole collective here. And it's going to be hitting you here. So if you're someone that knows how to study your own chart, you're going to want to find 16 and 17 degrees of Gemini and know what house that is activating for you. Okay. So Gemini is the twins. It is data. It is information. It is sharing. It is holding multiple truths at once. It is the nervous system. It is the lungs. Okay. Unhealed Gemini is gossip. Gemini is spreading misinformation. Gemini is like being able to entertain so many ideas, you don't even know what your own truth is. Okay. So that energy is alive in the collective. And if you want to go even deeper into Gemini energy, I have Gemini and Genius Breathwork Masterclass, and I have Jupiter and Gemini Genius Breathwork Masterclass in the show notes. And guess what? I'm going to make a fun little bundle for you if you want to buy it, and I'll put it in the show notes. How about that? So Jupiter, Mars conjunct Jupiter and Gemini. So the planet of war and aggression is going to come together with a planet of expansion. We can expect the expansion of anger. We can expect the expansion of war. We can expect the expansion of volatility because Jupiter expands everything it touches. And when we look at what has just happened with Mars, and now Mars is going to go into Gemini, which already rules gossip and misinformation. I really see, there could be like, there's all different kinds of war and aggression. Information and making people doubt themselves and like feeding them false information is one of the most atrocious acts of war. It really is. And Gemini rules the lungs, airborne illness, like I don't know, but I really see a lot of fake news could be happening. So the way to stay in your power with Mars energy, because Jupiter also rules the blessings, abundance, and opportunity, right? And Mars is passion and action. If you take action based on your passions, you will create luck, abundance, expansion, and opportunity, right? Now, the wars that come up, like when Mars is in Gemini, it's almost like there could be like a war within you because Gemini is the twins. It's like, I can hold all these truths. So you have these truths and you're like, oh my God, I'm like at war within myself because both are true. And like what both could be true, but like what is true? You must take action on your passion to access the higher frequency of this in Gemini. Gemini is going to be ideas. You're going to be able to like rewrite scripts, like take action on your big ideas. Mars and Gemini. Absolutely. Mars conjunct Jupiter in Gemini. You better take action on those ideas if you want to get the abundance and the blessings from those ideas. Okay. So that's the first thing. Then On the 16th of August, 2 days later, this is happening at 17 degrees of Gemini. We have Mars in Gemini squaring Saturn in Pisces. So the thing that's constant through all of this is that Mars and Jupiter are both going to be sitting in Gemini. So right next to each other. So your passion and your action is directly correlated to your luck, abundance, expansion, and opportunity. If you're not taking action on your passions, you won't get the blessings, you won't get the opportunities. And if you don't give Mars a job, Mars will cause a ruckus. Mars will wreak havoc. Like, if there's not a positive outlet for this surge of Mars energy, which is it's very action driven. It's ruled by Aries. It's like, you got to move your body. You got to work out. You got to do breath work. You got to do something to move the energy. And then you got to act on your ideas, on your divine assignment. And, a lot of people talk about like, oh my gosh, I need to heal my nervous system. Like, I need to be in rest and digest. And you want to know the real truth? Most people don't need more rest and digest. Most people just need to take action on what they care about. And then they would be in homeostasis. Then they would be in harmony. Then they wouldn't have this pent up energy that's trying to get out, right? It's like a dream that's inside you that's trying to get out, and you just cage it because you're scared. And that's just going to fester, and that's going to come out in anger. And then what do we have? We have a bunch of unhappy people in the collective, not living their destiny, starting wars, leading genocide. It's like, this is all like a macro like view, but then it's happening within each of us on a cellular level. So Mars and Jupiter are going to be together in Gemini basically all month. So just remembering that. Then on August 16th, so I would say between like August 12th and August 20th, don't overbook yourself, don't overschedule yourself. It's a very, very, very intense time in the collective. Drink way, way, way more water and ground yourself. It's a lot of fire energy and it's a lot of air energy. So what do you need to harmonize that? Water and earth. Get your feet on Mother Earth, go swim in the ocean, drink tons of water, take a cold shower and just let it stream over you. Be in deep relationship with the element of earth and air and water. Put your hands in the dirt, like go garden, make offerings with the earth. It's really important. So then we have Mars in Gemini is going to square Saturn in Pisces. So Mars, the planet of passion, action, aggression, and war, is squaring, which is a tense aspect, Saturn in Pisces. Saturn, the planet of boundary, restriction, limitation, and obstacles, and time in Pisces. So a square is a tense aspect, and this is what it is. A diamond is a rock that did well under pressure. And what we keep experiencing as the astrology keeps escalating, and this is what I was talking about like back in 2020, because I remember looking at the 2020 astrology and I'm like, oh wow, like that's like super intense. Like I wonder what's going to happen. And then I was looking at the larger arc and I was like, wait a second, 2020 is actually just the beginning of like a whole new layer of wattage, of evolution, of energy on Earth, like all leading to 2027. And then 2027 is actually a big line in the sand for like the way we just function on Earth. We keep being in these situations where spirit's putting us in tense situations because tension is how we grow. Right? Necessity is the mother of all learning. So here we have another tense aspect. And it's like, yeah, we keep making diamonds out of rocks. And then spirit's like, yeah, but you can be more of a diamond. You can shine brighter. You can be more brilliant. We need to buff you up over here, right? And so it's all fated where it's happening. And Gemini rules information. It rules the nervous system. It rules the lungs. So this is why it's the most important year to do breath work, because Jupiter and Mars are in Gemini, yo. It's like very, like Gemini rules the nervous system and the breath. So if you want to take action that's going to quell all of this and help you access your greatness, breath work is the name of the game. Squaring the Saturn of limitation, the Saturn, squaring Saturn, the planet of limitation in Pisces, okay? Pisces is the mystic, is the dreamer. It's the realm of your greatest dream for our world and your artistry and your connection to the psychic realm. It's the ocean of consciousness. So you will feel tension between your ideas, your, communication, and your action and your passion, and the limitations and boundaries that are being very, very, very apparent in what you get to build to make the dream. Saturn rewards hard work. Saturn is the long game. It's discipline over time. So you're going to need to take action on your ideas and lay the structures that's going to hold the biggest dream. It's a combination of action on your ideas and hard work in laying the structure. Okay, so you're going to have this big, bombastic Mars-Jupiter conjunction in Gemini. Your ideas, your breathing, your nervous system, your ability to hold multiple truths, your discernment, okay? Your curiosity. Then it's going to be Mars, the planet of action, is going to square Saturn. And Saturn's going to check your ass, going to check my ass, going to check all of our asses about, hey, kid, you got to do the work. Show me the plan. Where's the structure? It's about consolidating resources. Saturn is discipline over time. You can't just take action once and expect a dream, right? But you got to take action on your ideas and then have the structures to make it real, right? In the 3D, Saturn in Pisces is all about bringing your greatest dreams out of the 5D into the 3D, which is the biggest challenge I see for mystics across the board, left, right, and center. Like every single person I work with, it's like people have these big visions. People have these, I got this download during breath work. I know I'm supposed to do this. I know I'm supposed to do that. I know I'm supposed to do that. And it's like the daily discipline and structure, and the structure, the masculine structure that will actually hold your oracle, that will actually hold your channel, is like people don't do it. People struggle with that. So this is beautiful astrology to get real on that. So you start the month with a new moon in Leo, your courage, your audacity, the I am, being seen, shining your light. And then it's like Mars Jupiter conjunction in Gemini. Boom. Then it's Mars and Gemini square Saturn and Pisces. It's like, hey kid, you got to take action and have the structure for the dream. And then 3 days after that, we have a very intense day, which is August 19th. So mark your calendar. We have the full moon in Aquarius. Full moons on their own are times of tension. It's a tension between the sun and the moon. So it's tension between Leo and Aquarius. Leo is I am. Aquarius is we are. All right. Aquarius is the collective. It's the innovator. It is the mad scientist. It is innovation. It is invention. It's very alien vibes. It's that human ohana. It's the human family. It's like, what does the collective need, And this is about, okay, a powerful collective will be made of strong individuals. And so there's going to be a full moon in the sign of the collective and innovation, and it's ruled by Uranus. So full moons are times to celebrate, to clear, and to release. It's time to let go and to celebrate manifestations. So something from 6 months ago in the realm of innovation and the collective is going to come to a head. And this is happening at 27 degrees Aquarius. So at the end of Aquarius. And that's going on. So it's already a time of tension. It's already a time of exposure. Like full moons are very exposing. Then there's going to be Jupiter, the planet of luck, abundance, expansion, and opportunity in Gemini, is going to square Saturn. So right after Mars squares Saturn in Pisces, Jupiter's going to square Saturn in Pisces. So again, the stern teacher, Saturn, Father Time, the planet of boundary, restriction, obstacle, is going to be squaring Jupiter. And so Jupiter is the planet of luck, abundance, expansion, and opportunity. So again, Jupiter, it's like your luck, your abundance, your expansion, your opportunity is only going to happen when you have the structure. And so it's like a limitation on the expansion. It's a limitation on the abundance. It's a limitation on the blessings. But here's the thing. Like, if you think about, like, we all love like a treat, right? We love, I don't know, maybe it's a slice of cake, maybe it's ice cream. It's like there is such a thing as too much of a good thing. If you eat ice cream, you're gonna get sick. I remember my first week in college, which people might be shocked to learn this about me. But it just goes to show how much I've grown and changed. I used to do two things that horrify me now. Well, I used to do a lot more things that horrify me because, previous addict here, previous, substance abuse queen over here. I used to eat whole tubs of, not like a big tub, but like a Ben and Jerry's of fish food ice cream. And I used to eat, you could buy cans of frosting at the store, right? I used to eat like a whole can of frosting in one sitting. And my first week at college, it was so interesting because I was so picky about other food. I would not touch like a hamburger. I would not touch anything like that they made in the cafeteria. I was like, ew, disgusting. Like they're touching my food. But then I would like go to the ice cream machine and like get ice cream like every single day. And I remember like I ate so much of that. I felt sick. And then I was like, no, actually, like I'm gonna have veggies and salad. Like that's what I'm gonna do. So there was too much of a quote unquote good thing with the sweets. And so Jupiter square Saturn is like, it's really checking our ass in terms of the dream. And it's like, Jupiter is expanding everything in Gemini. It's expanding your nervous system. It's expanding your ideas. It's blessing your ideas. It's blessing your ability to hold multiple truths. It's blessing your curiosity, your learning. Like if there's anything you want to learn, if there's, knowledge you want to share, like share. And then also Saturn's going to be there like, yo, you got to have the structure. And Saturn rules obstacles. Saturn rules limitation and boundary. So you can expect boundaries. And that's a good thing because Saturn rewards hard work and Saturn is really setting you up for long-term success, right? It's like the obstacle is the way. That's Saturn, right? And Saturn in Pisces is really, it's really important. So we have that square happening on the exact same day as the full moon in Aquarius. So we have a tense aspect with the square. And a square is a building block to your greatness when you use it well, right? A diamond is a rock that did well under pressure. On the same day as the full moon in Aquarius, it's like, whoa, wow, like very intense. You must do a lot of releasing, you must do a lot of reflecting, and you must be a major student of your life to see what's showing up for you and what you're being called to release and step into long term for the collective and for yourself. And then after that, things ease up a bit. The sun will enter Virgo. Virgo, again, is the priestess, the priest, the devotion, your path of service. We're still going to be in Mercury retrograde this whole time. So communication, you can expect it to be weird, to be wonky, but Mercury in Virgo is like so precise. Mercury in Virgo is in its exaltation. It is the most powerful. It is literally using words as swords to cut through the bullshit to the truth. That is Mercury in Virgo. So when it's in retrograde, it's an amazing time to blast through any bullshit. double check contracts, double check communication, check the way you speak, especially with all this Gemini energy. Mars in Gemini, it's going to be really easy to fly off the handle for the collective. Okay, so just this is going to be impacting you a lot if you have major Leo placements, if you have major Gemini placements. All right, so when I synthesize, when I summarize this month of August 2024, you got to step forward and lead. It's like lead and shine your light. You know, it's really pruning your discernment, your ideas, your ability to disseminate information. It is like there's so much Gemini energy this month that's being activated in tense ways, like Mars Jupiter conjunction, Mars Saturn square, Jupiter Saturn square. So it's like really, we kind of get our asses checked mid-month for like what's working and what's not working. Like Mars is the planet of war and aggression. We can expect a lot of volatility. Like when the planet of war and the planet of limitation have a square, it's like an obstacle in war. It's like, it's not cute. It's not nurturing. It's very tense. So, you know, and then Jupiter, when it expands the war, it's like, okay, wow. And then Jupiter squaring Saturn is like, our blessings are limited. It's like, okay, you got to step forward in your leadership. You got to learn how to move through adversity with tenacity, with grit, with longevity. Saturn rules longevity. And then this is all with the Mercury retrograde in Virgo, it's all correlated to your path of service. So it's a beautiful, amazing, potent time to be alive. This is what the energy is for August 2024. And if you're like, wow, this is intense, and you know you came here to be an important leader of New Earth, you know you came here for expansion, for really stepping forward in self-actualization, I really invite you to work with me, because learning this stuff is not the same as implementing it, is not the same as integrating it, is not the same as becoming the expression of it that you came here to be, to live as the real you. Leo is you, right? So if you want to work with me, go to the link in the show notes. I'm going to have some goodies for you there. You know, like my masterclasses I mentioned, I'm going to have all of the information for the August opportunities. Like I said at the time of the recording, I don't have the full details, but I will have them, and they will be there for you. And if you know that you want to ride with me long term, if you know that you want to work with me one-on-one, please fill out the application for one-on-one mentorship. The link is in the show notes. Okay. The link is in the show notes, and the new moon in Leo is a perfect time to begin mentorship, because it's all about leadership. It's all about it's all about the self. And the people that I work with, you are a modern mystic. You are here on divine assignment. You are here to make a contribution for a better world, and you're here to anchor the light. You are here to liberate humanity. You are here to self-actualize, not because it feels good, not because it's your dream, not because of all of that stuff, which is amazing and wonderful, but because it's an important part of a better world. So if this is you and you're like, yes, I want a personal astrologer. Yes, I want to do deep nervous system reset to access my greatness. I want to learn systems for my life. I want to level up. I want to heal. I want to grow. I'm here for it. There are things that get to end in my life, patterns that I get to stop, to just fucking go for it. I am the mentor for you. So go to the link in the show notes. Apply. I can't wait to receive your application. I'm sending everyone Godspeed for August 2024. This is the moment we will look back on like, oh shit, that's when everything really, 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 really ratcheted up and changed. So I love you so much. I will see you next time on A Better World with Adrienne. Go out there, be the change, be the light, shine your light, because new moon in Leo, it's time. Love you, believe in you. Magic is real, astrology is real. And I will see you next time on A Better World with Adrienne.